Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hi, guys. Welcome back. It's Tuesday. Okay, guys, so I'm so excited that it's Tuesday for two reasons. One, Family Chantel is back, and not like I really watched the first season up until now, but it still gives me something to be excited about. And then also, guys, it's Super Bravo Tuesday. So with that comes a special guest and someone who's going to give us some inside information on the Real Housewives of Orange County. I can't wait to jump into that, but let's stick to one thing at a time. Let's stick with TLC and why we're here. Before we jump into it, guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please like this video. It helps tremendously. I'm in the middle of a move this week, guys, so things are a little bit hectic, but just follow my community tab. You'll see what I'm doing, and yeah, we'll try to make it as less hectic as possible. I'm all over the place, but let's jump into it. So Chantel and Pedro are back, and they've been married for almost 4 years. This absolutely blows my mind, only for the simple fact that how did they make it this far? Especially with Pedro's mom and sister, Lydia and Nicole. I have no idea how they've gotten to this point, unless it's the TLC paycheck that's gotten them this far. But I do have to say, as far as being a TLC spinoff, they're not bad. Darcy and Stacey has been an utter disappointment, and I say that with all due respect. I'm not trying to shade Darcy and Stacey and Florian and Georgie for their makeshift, made-up, produced storylines. I'm just saying you can tell that the family Chantel, they have real drama. It seems like they all have kind of their own little 90-day spinoffs within the family, and then with that aside, everyone is a little bit angry. I'm not trying to, again, shade anybody, but the way that Chantel's trying to set up Royal's new wife's coming to America and getting her drunk, and then also trying to block out Pedro's mom and sister for coming to the United States, there's a lot of drama happening here. And I'm into it. I'm excited about it. Just like I'm excited for The Other Way, this is a new TLC spinoff that's going to keep our interest. Guys, I dropped the link for you guys because I do want you guys to call in and talk to me about it. I didn't watch the first season, but I did watch the first episode of the second season. And someone in the chat said that the first 4 episodes are out. If that is in fact true, then comment below. Let us know where we can find those, because I looked on TLC. Unless I skimmed past it, I didn't see it. And last night I fell asleep after the episode. So unless I missed the other 3 episodes that launched, I didn't catch those either. Okay. All right. But let's just move through, and then once you guys start calling, we'll go on from there. All right, so the families still hate each other. We know that. And Pedro's family is still in the Dominican Republic, Lydia and Nicole. But Nicole has met a new man, an American man who's also Dominican, and he lives in New York City. His name is Alejandro, and she's in love. That's what she claims. Now, we know that Chantel does not like Lydia and Nicole, and Chantel's immediately going to say that she's looking for an American man on purpose, as if she's on a mission. But my question is not whether or not she's looking for an American man. I think we've kind of figured that one out. It's what is Alejandro's big secret? That's what everybody's tiptoeing around, because as soon as Pedro meets him, we see him kind of gasp in awe. As soon as Pedro's mom meets him, we see her throw his stuff out with the perfume. There's obviously a big secret that's being hidden here, and we know nothing about it. Let me say thank you really quick right here to Muriel. Thank you, Muriel, for the super sticker. I really appreciate you. 74 guys in the room. Everybody hit like, and let's keep going. But no, Alejandro is not going to be a shoo-in. Nobody's going to cut him flack, really, especially because, just to kind of switch this up a little bit and go back to Chantel's family, Royal is coming back. And Royal has a new wife, Angenette, from the Philippines. Now, Chantel and Pedro are in their feelings a little bit because they feel like they were treated a different way than Royal and Angenette when it comes to being invited into the family. But to Royal and Angenette's defense, they didn't come in lying about their relationship. So that's probably why Chantel and Pedro started off on a rocky foot. Now, with Royal and Angenette coming in, I don't really see any red flags with Angenette, aside from the fact that she messaged him first. So Chantel thinks that she's trying to bag herself an American man. But also at the same time, I'm thinking about it in my head, and I'm like, well, no, she was probably trying to bag herself an American man. Yeah, you're right, Chantel. But it still seems like she's fishing for a storyline in order to keep the family Chantel going. But we're not mad at her. If she's trying to give us good TV and it's actually real, and they're going to take us to the Philippines and things are going to blow up the way they do, why not why not? We'll watch it. It's better than Darcy and Stacey being friends with Shanti and then lying to us about how they're friends with Shanti and then making up this whole fake infidelity. I mean, this is probably a little bit of a step up, I would say. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and drop the call-in link. If anybody wants to call in, go ahead. And then, yeah. This is going to be a short one today, guys, because this is, again, the Family Chantel. We just started this season. Somebody said that there's 4 episodes already out. I want to know if there are. I'm looking right here to see if anybody said there was. Oh, on TLC app. Okay. Let's see. Anyone know where we can watch the others released episode? Yeah, I only see one on the TLC app too. Okay, yeah. Hi, Pearl. How are you?
Oh, hi.
All right.
Sorry, I have to switch off YouTube.
No, it's okay.
Hi, Adam.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Did you see that if there were 4 episodes or no?
Oh, I haven't seen that, but I didn't watch the first season either.
Okay.
So this is new for me as well.
Did you watch season 2, episode 1?
I did, yeah.
There's a lot of aggression in this episode.
There is, especially when Pedro was questioning Royal so much about, do you send money back home? He just seemed so aggressive. And I'm not sure why he wants to start off his relationship with his brother-in-law on a negative foot. So,
I agree with you, but then I was sitting here watching it with my family, and I said the exact same thing you did, Pearl. But then my family said, well, all of Chantel's family has questioned Pedro and his motives and what he does. So maybe that's why Pedro felt like he could be that way.
Yeah, but Royal hasn't been a part of that. I mean, I didn't watch that first season, but it sounds like he's just come back to the family. So, he should see this could be an opportunity for him to have an ally in the family if they get on. So I think he's going about this the wrong way. And I don't know also with Karen, I think, is that Chantel's mom? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found her to be a bit disingenuous, the way she was saying how she welcomes Royal's new wife. And she was like, well, you and Pedro were not honest. I just found her to be a bit like fake up because she's very like into everyone's business. So I don't understand why she's just so lenient with this relationship. It's completely different to her attitude towards Chantel and Pedro.
Well, and then I do have to say, it's kind of interesting when you watch her chime in about how like, oh, if there needs to be a problem or if I need to have a conversation with your mom, or it seems like she's always playing her little one-liners up for the cameras and making it seem a little bit more dramatic for reality TV.
She's definitely playing a part. Definitely playing a part. And listen, they're all taking home a paycheck, so they have to keep the storyline alive.
I agree with you. Let's see. Hi, Debbie. Oh, no, Debbie. How's it going, Jamal?
Hey, Adam.
Hi,
Hey, Pearl. What's going on?
Not bad. How are you?
Jamal, did you watch last night?
I watched most of it. I saw a part of season 1, only because season 2 looked kind of good. So let me at least catch myself up on it. But I do see Pedro's point of view, but he needs to stop sulking. You came in the wrong way. That's just basically what it was.
Do you feel? Well, question for you, Jamal. Did you see the part where Alejandro has the secret that there's something that they have to reveal to everyone?
I'm not sure if it's the same thing as when I saw when Chantel said it, that before they were married, Angenette was actually like talking to a whole bunch of American men before they got married. Is that what you're talking about?
No, Angenette has the secret too, but I'm talking about Alejandro's secret.
Nicole's boyfriend.
Yeah, Nicole's boyfriend's secret.
Boyfriend. No, I missed that part.
I'm curious to see. So apparently he has this secret, and Pedro's face drops down, and I'm thinking this is the same secret as to why his mom Lydia throws out Alejandro's stuff outside of the apartment.
Oh, that looked so good.
I wonder if he comes out and says something like maybe he's. Does anybody have a guess?
He better not
maybe
be married.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe he's still married.
You're gonna say married?
He better not be
Probably.
married. That can't be. That I hope they're not following the Darcy and Stacey route. Stop it.
I was gonna say maybe he was gonna come out and say that he was bi or something. I'm not sure what it's gonna listen. I overguessed last time, and I thought that Larissa was gonna come out with some big huge fetish for Colt, and that's not what happened. So I don't even know at this point.
But we all did, though. We all did. We were like, okay, Larissa, what you got? And then when she came out with that, we're like, okay, you're fired. Get out.
Yeah. We're done with you.
Yeah, we got. As for Darcy and Stacey, real quick. I'm sorry. I'll shade them for you. I'll continue to help you with that because let's real quick. Last night's MVP. Well, Darcy's MVP. That show. To watch that show, I have to find an MVP for each episode. I'm like, okay, so I can get through this. So the MVP was Georgie's confession hair. I'm sorry. His hair was the MVP for me.
What did he say? Because I don't watch it.
No, he's saying that his hair was because he he does have good hair. Yes, Jamal, I agree with you.
See?
But this whole show though, when you're commenting and that's the only thing you can take away from it is Georgie's hair, it's Darcy and Stacey better not get a season 2.
Right.
But
they will, but they shouldn't.
So do you think, in your opinion, do you think Pedro is right to feel how he feels? Do you think he has a point to how he feels? Like, is it
no? Because they weren't honest with their relationship in the beginning, and that's why they have their feelings. Also, I really don't think if Pedro wants to progress and move forward with the family, he should be chiming into any of the family's business because we've already seen that Chantel's family they're willing to talk with their words or they're willing to talk with their hands. So it's not going to solve anything if you start butting into their business.
I mean, to answer your question, Jamal, I think that he does have a right to feel the way he does, but I think he's taking it out on the wrong person because now he's going to make a new enemy out of Royal when he could make an ally with him or, have at least one healthy relationship with someone in that family. But if you go and piss him off, then you're going to give the rest of the family more reason to be pissed off again, and the cycle continues. So just play it cool, take it out on River and the rest of them. You already have problems with them, but don't start a new beef.
I agree. What I've seen from Pedro, like, you want them to treat you better, but you need to kind of treat them better. Like, when they actually invite you places to family functions, you should go.
Yeah.
You should be a part. You should make the effort too. You can't say they don't like me, they don't love me, but then you don't go to the events. Like, how are they supposed to like try with you when you're not willing to try yourself?
Exactly. And I do want to say though, when they did the flashback to Chantel saying that she doesn't want Lydia and Nicole showing up to America, that would present huge problems if they come. I am going to say that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, and then Chantal needs to like, she's a part of the problem too. And it can't be all Pedro. Like, you're not making an effort with his family. They don't like you because they feel some sort of way you're treating them and vice versa, but you want to blame everything on them when you're part of the problem as well.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Nicole can come to America through Alejandro and she can bring her mom on her own and not have to go through Chantal, because if I'm Chantal, I probably wouldn't want to encourage them to come over and make my life hell. But who knows? Nicole might have her own sources.
Listen, Nicole's going to get over whether anyone likes it or not. She's going to find her way over to the United States. You can already see that.
She's in love already.
I think that even if it wasn't with Alejandro, I see there's a pattern here with this family, whether it's on Pedro's side or Chantel's side. It seems like everyone kind of spiders out a little bit and then comes back.
Yeah. That's true.
Royal came back. I'm like, okay, Royal, like, okay. And Angenette, I'm like, okay, Angenette, that's cool.
Can we talk about Royal for a minute? I mean, what was that about? The whole coming down to the club to, take her home.
You don't think that producer sent him down to the club to pick her up?
I mean, obviously somebody told them where they were, but I don't know if this is a storyline they're trying to sell or if he's actually messed up in that way, where he's controlling her.
I mean, because I thought it was interesting too, because when they show the preview after, we see that obviously he picked up Angenette from the club that night and she was a little drunk off of one drink. And I do want to say it is shady for Chantel giving her Long Island iced teas, because we all know what a Long Island iced tea will do to you. That is shady.
Yeah,
at least it wasn't a Tokyo tea, which would have been much worse.
Okay, but listen. And then, you know, she ends up finally standing up in the preview, and she's like, when she was twerking, they were all staring at her like hungry animals. It's like, girl, you better be quiet. She's gonna come across this table at you.
But do we think? A quick question: Do we think production set this up, or do we think Royal has her Find My iPhone on, like he's tracking her?
It could definitely be a Find My iPhone. It could be a Find My iPhone.
Either that or Karen set him up with the storyline.
Yeah, because she's very, like, you know, when someone is trying to be like a sort of a momager and trying to orchestrate things and trying to elevate the family, she gives me the sort of momager vibes, like Kris Jenner, Elizabeth Woods,
Mama Sonia Norwood. Yep. Ray J and Brandy's mother. Yes,
I'm saying that she gives you those vibes where she's like, okay, River, when Pedro walks in, you need to ask him, why does he treat your sister like this? And Winter, you need to call out your, like, I could see where she's like, if you guys want to keep making money, this is what we have to do.
I see it as well. Yeah, definitely.
Who thinks River is going to have him like a foreign woman next season to keep the money coming in?
To keep the money coming in?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Winter.
Think it's Winter?
It could be Winter.
Because Winter's already had a heartbreak. So she might be like, oh, I'm done with American men. Let me, try.
Yeah, I can see her dropping Ja. I can see her, like, because why take on another baby mama? Get rid of that. And then she can find her maybe a nice little Nigerian, somebody, or Ethiopian or something.
Well, did anybody catch when Chantel ends up walking in the house and she has that blue dress on and she has her purse and she just goes like this and kind of drops it into Winter's hands, and Winter like carries the purse off as if she like works for Chantel? I'm like, this family dynamic sucks. The way that she treats her sister is awful.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think I flipped up on that part. I just saw the purse drop. I didn't see where it landed. So I was like, okay, I can bypass this part. But Chantel's a trip. I mean, it's like, stop it, ma'am. Like, I know it's the family Chantel, but can we reel it in just a little bit?
Yeah, it's definitely getting to her head a little bit. And she also, you see in the preview for coming up, her sister calls her a dumb ASSBIT, and her sister's getting fed up with her and her ego.
No, what's funny, like, Chantel's like, you called me a dumb B. She's like, no, I called you a dumb B. I was like,
that was fierce. I loved it.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi. Hi, Pearl. Hi, Jamal.
Hey, Debbie.
All right, Debbie, can you help Pearl and Jamal and I out? What did you think about the family Chantel?
I agree with like a lot of what Pearl and Jamal are saying. But when I saw the scene with Pedro's mom, and like, I guess it was the clip for future episodes where she's angry and she says that Alejandro isn't the man for Nicole. And then like she's throwing everything out and breaks the perfume and all of that. How I interpreted that was that she was lining up Nicole to be the next one auctioned off, like how she did with Pedro. And she was pissed that she wasn't getting her cut of the recruitment money.
Wow, you went underground there. You really did some digging.
Well, no, didn't Karen accuse her of having a business? Like she had a website about this?
Yeah, she was saying that. Yeah,
and what better way? Like she was just waiting for Nicole to finish school, and then she would be next up to bat, I guess, and she would be auctioned off and getting her cut. So it's kind of inconvenient if Nicole goes off to New York and conveniently falls in love with this Alejandro person, and all he brings is a bottle of perfume and not the 20 G's that she's expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you have an idea of what could possibly be the secret that everybody is anticipating?
I agree that I thought that he was probably already married, trying to secure his stay in the States. So that's of absolutely no help to them whatsoever if you don't have your paperwork.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But wasn't Pedro talking about sponsoring his mother and sister though? So
Right, but he's still in that early period where he would need Chantal's sign off saying that she will be responsible for them as well. He's got to wait 5 or 6 years or something like that before he could try to do it on his own. But it also looks better if your spouse is in agreement with bringing your family over.
Which she's
And
not.
Guys, can I add? Remember when Alexia and Lauren tried to bring over Alex's mom, and they said it would take something like 30. I can't remember how many years it was. It was so long that it got put up. I'm sure it's going to take a very long time as well for Pedro to bring his family over there. So I think that his mom probably needs like a better plan, a quicker plan. Like, like you said, to auction off Nicole, that would be quicker. To get her over.
Yeah.
She tried to auction herself off. I mean, she's still pretty decent looking.
She's in love though.
Yeah.
She's in love already. She's like, you know what? She told her friend it's real. I'm in love already. I'm super in love. I'm like, okay.
No, she's not.
I'm like,
her and the friend are so messy too, though. They're so messy.
Well, the friend I'm not mad at because Chantal did throw a drink on her, so yeah, I'll be messy too.
But the friend was messy before Chantel threw the drink on her?
Well,
not the friend
they were
that
dancing.
No.
Well, Pedro put himself in that position, so I don't blame her too much because people need to realize when your person, whoever you're with, steps out on you, the person they stepped out with has no loyalty towards you. So you need to check. You need to check who you're with before you try to check somebody else. And Chantal, and when Chantal and them sat down, the girl was respectable. The girl was trying to be nice. Chantal just took a complete left, talking about girl go in the corner, blah, 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 blah. And then they had words and Chantal threw the drink on her. So after that, I'd be messy too.
Okay, so I have a question for everyone in here. We're about to take the family Chantel to the Philippines later this season. And things obviously go super, super bad with Angenette and her family and the way that Chantel's family treats everybody. Why can't they go anywhere and act right?
For the cameras, they gonna make sure to secure that next season. I think they're internally this way, but not at this level. I mean, if we saw Karen in real life, would she really act this way if there were no cameras around? I really don't think so, because I think she has enough sense that when you leave the country, you don't act that way. But since there's cameras around, you're gonna amp it up, kind of like Angela in a way, but not so far extreme.
Okay.
I do feel that Karen, though, like, she's got a taste of this little notoriety that she has. She loves being on camera. So yeah, I think she does amp things up. And I think that she's plotting the storylines for the next season, like how you guys said. I really do agree with that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she told Royal to accept any Facebook friends from Philippines just so that she could say Thriller in Manila at some point.
She does like her little inserts and her pre-produced in her head. Like, you could totally tell she's like, I know what I'm going to say on camera. They're about to pull me off to the side. I got this. Watch, babe. Yeah, I wanted to say Thriller in Manila. You know what I mean? She does do that.
She's very premeditated.
But she knows what she's doing, though. She's doing just enough without doing the most to keep it. She's the one keeping all the stuff going. You can just see that right away.
I have a feeling though it's gonna make Royal snap, because I don't think that him getting with Angenette is for cameras. I think he actually loves Angenette, and he's gonna snap at them coming over there acting like a bunch of fools.
Hi, Adam. Could you drop me down? I have a delivery.
Yeah, of course. Bye, Debbie. Go ahead, Pearl.
But I was gonna say, like, I'm interested to know how Royal got pulled into this. Did he get pulled into the show because they were like, oh, we're making some money here? Maybe he didn't have a job in Texas, and they said, oh, just come over here, be part of the show, pick up some, TLC paychecks. How did he get involved? Because according to Chantal, he was obviously not looking for the cameras because he could have gone through 90 days, the same way. But he brought her over, married her in a week. He wasn't looking for the cameras. So I'm just interested to know, how did he get pulled into the storyline?
I,
Who talked him into it?
Karen.
I think Karen did, because here's why. If he had done the other way, they could have started him at the lowest per episode possible. But since he's a part of Chantel's family, they could negotiate him a higher per episode rate.
Hmm.
And I think, aren't they already married? Are they already married or no?
Yeah, they're already married.
Yeah,
They're already
That's
married,
why they're going
so-
back to the Philippines to have same thing like Andre and Elizabeth. They're going to have their second ceremony.
Okay. That's what I thought. I want to make sure I had it right. But yeah, it makes perfect sense for him to come back, make it a complete family show, which is perfect because you have the whole family, not just this person here, this person here. Okay, we have all our children involved. I think Karen really is looking at this as the start of a family business.
Yeah.
Like the Braxton Family Values or something?
Yeah.
Exactly. Or I see Karen as Chris, and I see Chantal as Kim Kardashian. I feel like she's like a prodigy, and then she's pulling her siblings along with her, and they're all gonna branch off and do their own thing. I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting, but I have to say, Karen I saw, the preview for the whole season, and Karen is a terrible actress. She really is.
Yeah.
There was a part where she was talking to someone. She walks up to them and points to them, and that was horrible acting. You could tell that she was like literally acting. Even the way she said the words that she said, I don't remember what she said, but if you go back and watch that clip, you can see that a lot of this is acting. So I think that there is a part of them that behaves that way, which is how they behaved on 90 Days when they went to the DR and they refused to come out of the car to greet Pedro's grandma. I think that part was real. But because that got them a show, they're like, okay, so the people want to see that, so let's just keep doing that for them. And let's go to different countries and let's act like, we're not going to be a part. I bet they're going to go to the Philippines and be like, oh my God, there's like chickens on the street and all this stuff, and we're not eating that.
They're definitely going to show out, for sure. They'll show out. They'll be overly opinionated. They'll be that American family that goes to a different country and they're over the top. And same thing with Elizabeth's family who went to Moldova and called it peasant food. And they're going to, I have a feeling they're going to go to the Philippines and they're going to act the same way. Because when they went to the Dominican Republic, they wouldn't even get out of the car, remember, to talk to Lydia and Nicole?
Mm-hmm. Right.
For a second?
Which was weird. I'm like, y'all.
Yeah.
We know it's for the cameras. I mean, I think Karen needs to understand her timing a little bit better, because if she said a little bit less, she would give so much more. But she talks too much. She should only talk at certain points. Okay. We have to start. Let Chantel's narcissism and let Pedro's bumminess run the show.
So, just out of curiosity, Pearl, I'll start with you first. Since you watched the first episode, what are you looking forward to seeing from the rest of the season?
I think everything really. I want to see, the storyline with Alejandro and Nicole.
I think that's the one I'm the most excited about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. And to know what it is about him that Nicole's mother doesn't like. I think there's going to be some secrets there as well, so that will be interesting. And I just want to know if they're going to make Royal out to be this controlling narcissist, if that's the role he's going to play in this family drama. But they definitely made it look like he was very controlling, because he was texting her all day, and then later on showed up right when Chantal was twerking in his face. That was funny.
Yeah, they could easily make him look like a little bit of a DOUCHE.
Yeah, but yeah, it should be good.
All right, Jamal.
I think for me, I'm more interested to see what the secret is, and then is it safe to assume that Pedro told the mom after, like, I just want to know who said what, because for the mom not to like Alejandro so quickly, just to throw her stuff out the house, like someone had to call and tell her something. So I'm assuming it's Pedro.
I feel like, yes, she definitely knew off camera first, but maybe this is something that TLC is making her, you know how like when they immediately sit down and they're like, okay, mom, this is Alejandro. She's like, okay, so how are you guys progressing? And she's like, well, Alejandro and I are great, but Alejandro has one problem. And then maybe that's when you know what I mean? And then that's when the mom's like, okay, like, what is it? And then that's when it comes out. Who knows how this is going to play out? The family's explosive, so at least I know the explosive drama is real. So that's what excites me. I don't feel like that's pre-produced. Even if Karen is a little pre-produced, I'm not watching it for Karen anyway, so that's fine.
Because the mom seems so level-headed and so nice. To see her just throw his suitcase out the door, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
But she had to know he was going to be part of the cast. I mean, if you sign up for a show, I'm sure you know everyone else that signed up for the show.
Oh, he knows what he signed up for sure. Because before he could even go on those cameras, TLC made him sign a contract. They told him what they were going to pay him, all of that. Yeah, so he definitely settled in. But Pearl, with that being said, Jamal, also, both of you guys, I appreciate you guys calling in today. It's a little bit of a shorter day because it's the Family Chantel and we just did the first episode. I'm also moving this week, so it's a little bit crazy. And I have Super Bravo Tuesday today at 1. I'm bringing on a special guest to talk to us about some Orange County since it's coming out this week. So I hope you guys come back for that.
Oh, great.
All right. Thanks, Pearl. Thanks, Jamal.
Bye, Adam. Bye, Jamal.
All right, guys, 181 in the room. Everyone, please go ahead and hit that like button. It helps tremendously. And this is going to be a long week, guys. I'm going to have to catch my breath here. Bear with me. I'm going to stay on to my shows, even if I have to watch them in the hotel. We'll figure it out. And then I'm going to record my road trip. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Stick with me. And like I said, hit that like button, except for you, Jolene. Bye, guys. See you at 1 p.m. PST for Super Bravo Tuesday. Bye, guys.